Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our 7th annual Mickey Mouse League Draft.
Yeah.
It's that time of year. So now before we start, we're going to be introducing the previous champions, us three on this panel right here. In 2019, Alan Rob conquered this league, the first ever champion, and then followed by a COVID-shortened season.
Which I was gonna fucking win.
That is up for debate. That was followed by my back-to-back rings, which was also followed up by our reigning defending champion, Mo Shaheen. 2 rings as deserved. Well deserved.
Thank you, Mickey.
So now, before we continue, we want to go over the all-time league standings. As you see, Mo G is first place, 70-45 with almost a 61 win percentage, but nothing to show for it. And those are the standings. If you want to pause this video and take a look at it, you can go ahead and do that. So now, without further ado, we're going to be continuing on to our bingo ball numbers. So, for example, if we roll the ball and number 12 comes out, that means Aladana will be the 12th pick. That is just an example. So these are everyone's allotted bingo ball numbers based off the previous season's standings.
If ball number 5 comes out first, he's picked number 12, we go on from there. Cool?
All right, without further ado, let's roll out that first bingo ball. Here we go.
All right.
For the 12th pick in the 2024-2025 Mickey Mouse League Draft. For the 12th pick, it's number 1, Mo G.
Mo Shaheen. All right. Kizzy. Starting from the mud.
All right. Who's the first?
1 second here, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to be talking about Mo Shaheen's history in this league. He has a total of 4 seasons played. He's made the playoffs 3 times, finishing with an average finishing position of 3rd place, and with 2 championships to show for it. That's 2 championships in 4 seasons. So we're going to be passing the mic down to our analyst, Adam Mraz, examining what makes Mo Shaheen such an effective fantasy basketball player in this league.
I mean, it's just greatness, Bob. I mean, this guy came in the league. He's been in the league for about, stats are right here, 4 years, 3 playoff appearances. Average finishing position is 3rd, and 2 championships, man. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
Thank you
Well
for
done.
repeating what I said. Offered 0
Let's start talking about dynasty here.
So now, remember, 12th pick will go to Mo Shaheen. Next up, we're going to be moving on to our 11th pick.
On to the next one. Come on, baby.
For the 11th pick in the 2024-2025 Mickey Mouse League Draft, 11th pick comes out to number 5, Hassan Mazin.
All right, top 10, baby.
Whoa, that was a little slip up there. These are my stats here. I've been in this league for the 6 out of 6 possible seasons. I've been to playoffs 5 times with an average finishing position of 4th place. I've had 2 championships and I'm 13 games over 500. We're going to pass the mic down to our expert analyst, Mo Shaheen.
Thank you, man. You know what? The thing about me, though, this guy always has a solid draft. He's had injury issues in the past, but this guy keeps it consistent with his drafts. Hopefully, he can keep it going next year and go for the chip.
All right, so Mo Shaheen with the 12th pick. I have the 11th pick. Some people may think this is rigged. I promise you it is not. Number 10 pick,
I would
here
love
we
the
go.
first pick.
On to the next.
The suspense is building here, ladies and gentlemen. The suspense is building.
Come
All
on.
right.
For the 10th pick in the 2024-2025 Mickey Mouse League Draft, our 10th pick comes out to Mr. Boxhead number 2, Hassan Mahmoud.
I forgot to mention here that all of us do have a sponsor, and I'm sure you've seen that up on the screen. So now Hassan Mahmoud, 3 seasons, 3 playoff appearances, average finishing position of 3rd place. You notice he has 0 championship to show for it. He's been close so many times, and he's positive by 15 games in the short amount of time he's been in this league. So now, again, Mo Shaheen, what makes him such an effective fantasy
This
basketball
guy,
player?
they call him, he works the wire, as you can say. This guy works the wire. He knows how to find gems on the wire, and You know, one guy that he's always picking, he's always consistent with every year, Josh Hart.
Josh Hart, he's a huge Josh
We'll,
Hart.
we'll see if he picks him this year. I mean, you know, he belongs to him.
I mean, I'll let him get him if he wants him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have him.
He can have him.
Good luck and congrats on your pick.
Next, so that was the 10th pick. Now we're gonna move on to the
Number
9th pick. Number 9. So remember, Mo Shaheen is 12, I am 11, Hassan Mahmoud with the 10th pick.
Pick is in.
For the 9th pick in the 2024-2025 Mickey Mouse League Draft, the number 9th pick comes out to our previous 3 years in a row. First pick, number 11, Abel Shaheen.
Oh yeah! The streak is over. Abel Shaheen.
Hey. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Let's go,
Now,
top 8, baby. Come
now
on.
let's look at his history in this league. He has played 6 out of the 6 qualified seasons. He has an average finishing position of 7th place. But if you notice, only 2 playoff appearances. But let me tell you something about those 2 playoff appearances. He made the finals in both those years, but as you see, couldn't quite finish the job. So now Mo Shaheen,
And let's give a shout out to his sponsorship.
sponsored here.
He cooked
Big
me up
Cuban
some
cigar. He's a
fucking
big,
cigar.
big Cuban cigar guy. So now, what can he do
History.
to just get that elusive ring for
Well,
him?
you know, the thing about him, he's always had good teams. It's just bad luck with the injuries. That's what comes with the game of fantasy
Yeah,
basketball.
John Morant last year.
It's very random. You know, you can't. It's unpredictable. And I want to piggyback off what you said. He can't seem to finish the job. He can't close the deal. Let's see if that changes this year.
It's gonna be a little more difficult, Bob. Speaking that, he's 9th pick and is not gonna be able to take
I mean, he's
Jokic
already,
this year.
he's already at a disadvantage.
He won't have Jokic.
Doesn't know how to draft after one.
Well,
We'll see if that narrative continues.
We'll see. Okay, let's move on to the 8th pick here. Just another reminder. Mo Shaheen is the 12th pick. I'm the 11th pick. Hassan Mahmoud is the 10th pick. And Abel Shaheen in an unfamiliar spot here at the 9th pick as he watches on in utter disgust
On to the
from the
next.
sideline.
For the 8th pick in the 2024-2025 NBA Mickey Mouse Draft, the 8th pick goes out to number 9, Khalil Rida.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
The 8th pick now. He is a certified cornball. We just want to put him first and foremost. He's been in the season. He's been in this league for 6 seasons with 3 playoff appearances, with a below-average finishing position of 7th place. Of course, 0 championships. No surprise there.
Not
And
surprising.
he's 11 games under 500. Now, our expert analyst again, Mo Shaheen. What can he do to get a little bit better at fantasy? Quite
The
frankly?
thing with Khalil, year in and year out, this guy has a high-risk drafting philosophy. You know, the guy can't seem to have stable draft picks. It can work out sometimes. I'm not saying it's you know a formula for a disaster, but it can work out sometimes. He also has some questionable trading throughout the year.
100% agree.
I mean, if this guy stays consistent with his trading, has some successful trades, maybe he can go the distance this year. You know.
I just want to make one more comment about Khalil. When things aren't going well, what do you think happens to him?
That's another thing about this guy. When he is failing, his team is losing, he seems to be MIA. You know,
Get in a
you
lot.
gotta stay with your team. You gotta boost your team's morale if you want to go far in this league.
Not a motivational leader at all. So that was the 8th pick, correct?
That was
the
ninth.
8th pick.
Eighth pick.
8th pick.
Eighth pick. AB was
Okay, we're gonna be moving on to the 7th pick here. Just another reminder here. I just want to. We don't have this posted up here, but the 12th pick was indeed Mo Shaheen. I was the 11th pick, followed by Hassan Mahmoud as the 10th pick, AB the 9th pick, and then Khalil Rida with the 8th pick here. You cannot get Wembanyama from that spot, I'll tell you that. Not this year. You got him at the 7th last year.
For the 7th pick in the 2024-2025 Mickey Mouse League Draft, the 7th pick goes out to number 6, Ali Dori Fishface.
Still on the road to one.
As the number 7 pick in the draft. Now, this is a guy who's played 6 seasons in this league, has only made the playoff twice, with an average finishing position, which is quite laughable here, 9th place. And it gets a chuckling out of the crowd there. And he's 16 games under 500 in his all-time record. Now, what can finding Dory do to get better at fantasy?
Yeah. So, this guy has a history of inactivity in the league. Last year, he actually had a great bounce back year, made the semifinals but lost, but it was a great sign for success, maybe foreshadowing some future success. Once again, this guy, his key thing, staying active, staying consistent, and I think he can find success in this league.
Great takes there, man.
Next year's winner.
And that was
I don't know about that one.
well, yeah. So we're gonna continue
We're on
to
to
the
number
sixth-
On to the next.
So this is the 6th pick.
And we're moving on to the 6th pick of this draft here.
And the 6th pick in the 2024-2025 Mickey Mouse League Draft.
Will be revealed right after a message from our sponsor. Lebamex, eat fresh, eat clean, eat halal. And now, it's a great, great sponsor. Now we can reveal the 6th pick of the draft.
Our 6th pick.
Our 6th pick in the 2024-2025 Mickey Mouse League Draft goes to Mr. Big Head Ali Dana.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm happy.
Now, with our infamous sponsor Bosley here. Adidon has been in this league for 3 years. He's a big marker, but obviously he can't bite. 0 playoff appearances, averaging a 9th place finishing position, and a whopping 0 championships to show for it. He's 3 games under 500, Mohammed. What can he do to improve that?
Well, I think the main thing with this guy, he is a horrible trader. I mean, year in and year out, this guy seems to be on the losing side of a trade.
I
mean,
won
how do
that
you-
trade last year.
I mean, how do you consistently do it? It boggles me. So I want to say this: if you want to buff your team this year, trade with Aladana.
That's a good
Honestly,
take.
I mean, come on.
I'm already thinking of offers.
Yeah.
So that was the 6th pick there. We're halfway through. We're actually more than halfway through.
Sixth
We're more
pick
than
is-
halfway through.
6th pick is up for grabs.
And
Nobody wants somebody. Dick slap from both sides.
This is for the 5th
this is
pick.
the 5th pick. So Ademraz, if you can just read us real quick a rundown of all the picks that we've done so far.
So going back to number 12, you have your reigning champion Mo Shaheen, followed by Mizo. Right after him, you have Hassan Mahmoud, Abbas Shaheen, Khalil, Ali, Najla, and Ali Dana right after him.
Right.
So the last 5 that you do have available on the board still is going to be Tree, Moji, me, Amr Khayyid, the wannabe Kamish, and lastly it's gonna be Hussein Abir.
Yeah.
He's terrible. I mean, let's be honest, the guy.
By the way, guys, just want to give you guys a little heads up. The commissioner's job is actually on life support. This guy is barely maintaining that job, and it's up for grabs.
We don't want to get too political here, but that is actually very true. His job.
The number 5 pick is actually a bouncing ball.
The pick is-
2024-2025 Mickey Mouse Draft goes to the sloth himself, Mo Ghali.
Congrats.
I feel like he gets stuck with that pick a lot.
He's
does.
never really been a top 3 pick guy.
top 4, my
Look at the numbers from this guy. 6 seasons, 6 playoff appearances. He's batting 1,000 in terms of making the playoffs. Now, also, I mean, average finishing position of 4th place. It's something to be proud of. But with all that being said, the guy cannot finish the job. 0 championships, despite having the most wins in this league's history.
I mean, think about it, Bob. It's like getting a girl naked in bed and not putting it in.
Hey, we're on the air here, man.
We're
That's it.
on here. I'm not sure if that's PG, but let's
We'll
continue.
censor that. Production, please. Can't finish. The thing with Mo G, this guy is an aggressive trader. I mean, he has a history of being an aggressive trader.
100%.
He's on the winning side of a lot of these trades. I think that's what the most impressive thing about
I
this
mean,
guy.
look at his all-time record.
It's honestly, it's impressive. It's nice to see with this guy. He's a risk-taking machine. It's gonna be,
It's consistent.
it's gonna be interesting to see how he approaches this draft with the 5th pick.
This is the
Fifth.
With the 5th pick, it's gonna be interesting. Really.
We're down to the last 4.
Congratulations on a top 5 pick, Moji. There you go. Good luck.
But it's not quite top 4, Bill, I'll tell you that. So now we got 4 members remaining.
The last 4 is going to be Hussein Abir, Tree, me, and Mr. Kamish himself. For the number 4th pick in the 2024-2025 Mickey Mouse League Draft The number 4 pick goes to Mr. Tree himself.
Tree. You know, this is a guy, let's just call it how it is. He's been struggling. 6 seasons, only 2 playoff appearances, an average finishing position of 8th place, nothing to be proud of. 0 championships, another shocker there. He's 13 games under 500. Now, Mo, I ask you, what can he do to try to at least get another playoff appearance? You know?
Thing with Tree, he's a bad drafter. I think that's known around the league as a bad drafter. There's lack of preparation sometimes. I mean, he's in the loop, you know, he's involved in the NBA action. He's aware of the news. It's just, can he translate that knowledge to his fantasy team? With the top four pick, he can't go wrong.
You know, he did draft Stephen Curry from this spot a few years ago, and that's the year where he broke his hand early on and he never played for him. So this could be a cursed pick for him.
Yeah, you know, we'll see. Congratulations on the picture and good luck.
All right, 3 picks remain. Sen Abir, Ali Murad, and Mo Murad. Some may be questioning the validity of this draft here. The Murads are guaranteed a top 3 pick, but I mean, it is what it is here, ladies and gentlemen.
The balls are rolling.
While the balls are rolling, I mean, we just want to congratulate LeBron James on winning his 22nd season. Let's give a round of applause for King James, baby.
I mean, interesting coming from a guy wearing a Celtics jersey, but we'll just move on from there. And the pick is struggling. The pick is
yeah.
Pick is in.
The pick is in.
For the 3rd pick in the 2024-2025 NBA Mickey Mouse Draft, the number 3rd pick goes to me. But
Ali Murad, the scum of the league.
Now the spear goblin in this league, Ali Murad. Talk about a guy that has fallen off a cliff here. He finished first in his first of the season, and then he was first during the COVID season.
Selena.
And then after he stopped getting intel from other advisors.
all right, shut up for a second, buddy.
Okay.
At least I have a championship in this league, and I was about to win the COVID year, but unfortunately it got stopped.
Yeah.
Cut the mic.
Okay. As you said, he did win a championship. That championship happened when he was in high school, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep that in mind.
It was a co-championship.
He hasn't made the playoffs since that COVID year. He's averaging a 7th place finishing position. But he does have a good all-time record, which is boosted by his first 2 seasons where he was at 5. So now what can he do to get back to form?
You know, piggybacking off what you said, the lack of Sen Lin, that influence, has really taken a toll on this guy's success.
It's the truth.
I want to see if he keeps this going or he changes the narrative this year. I mean, it's about time you change the narrative. Take control of your own team, man. You got to take control of your own team. You know, change the narrative around yourself.
I'm a big NBA guy, by
We'll
the way.
see. With a top 3 pick, you know, you can't go wrong.
You really can. Now we move on to our last 2 picks here. We got Senabir and Nuevo. 7 and 8 on the bingo ball numbers.
Wasted picks.
These are 2 guys that don't have
The
the
second pick is in.
success in this.
So sad to see him fall to these 2.
The second pick is in. Meaning we know the first pick.
So if your name is called here, you're getting the second.
For the 2nd pick in the 2024-2025 Mickey Mouse League Draft, the first pick is going to go to Hassan Abir, which means Muhammad Khayyar is going to be 2nd pick.
Wow.
Wow! Congratulations on the second pick, Mr. Kamish! Mr. Kamish! The Kamish has entered!
I just want to say thank you everyone for your donations this year. Giannis is coming home, baby.
Hey, the Luigi game, right?
So now let's talk about
Turn that fucking mic off. It's in his ass.
Bro, it's broken.
Take a real mic, buddy.
AP's playing up first, alhamdulillah.
Let's talk about Mo Murad here, our Kamish!
So now, Momorad, sponsored by Homestyle Meatballs. Now, he's been in this league for 6 seasons, but he's only has 2 playoff appearances to show for it, and no top 3 finishes. An average finishing position of 7th place, obviously 0 championships, and he's 16 games under 500.
This guy stinks.
So, he's been inactive the last couple of years, and we're going to pass this on to our expert. What can Momorad do to bump up those numbers?
I agree with everything you said, but one thing I think about Mo Murad is the lack of activity. In recent years, I mean, this guy has been very inactive in the chat, very inactive, not taking control of his team, and he's not making his own pickups. It's a questionable, I want the conspiracy, I don't know, it's a questionable thing. He's not making his own pickups. We're not sure if that's true. There's talks about revoking his title. I mean, this guy is on the hot seat. You're on the hot seat, man. Really. You got to take control of the league. This is your league.
All right, you want to move on to who's likely going to be taking Wembanyama Sinabi.
Or Jokic,
You never know, but he's been in the league for 4 years. He's made the playoffs 3 times. He's positive all time. What do you think he can do to be a little bit better, maybe get a championship ring? You never know.
The thing with Hussein Abid, again, just like Mo Murad, is the lack of activity, but also the lack of being involved in the league. Being aware of what's going on in the league, the news.
Around the association.
He's around the association. He's not really, in there, in that NBA world.
Sure.
That's all I want to say about that guy. I think he could be a solid team this year with the first pick. Let's see how it goes. Congratulations on the first pick, Hussein Abid.
Alright, so that'll conclude our Mickey Mouse League draft order. So like I said, that will conclude the Mickey Mouse League draft order. The draft day will be in exactly 2 weeks on a Friday, and we can't wait to see you there. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be all, and you have a good one.
Yeah.